Good evening. Hi everybody. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your evening to jump on this live event this evening. Very excited to be sharing with you both our amazing products and our amazing business. So we'll get cracking straight away. I'll probably keep you about 30 minutes and hopefully that will be that. So I'll keep it nice short and sweet for you. But firstly, my name is Charlotte Key. I am 31 years old. I am a health coach and a personal trainer, and I am an international marketing director for the Juice Plus company. So I'm going to start off with our products. So our products are incredible, so I'm really excited to share with you all about the products. So there's a little bit of a misconceived idea, a little bit of a misconception that our products are weight loss orientated. Now they're not, there's so much more than this. So our products they were originally designed for athletes, so for sports people. Okay, so obviously lots of plans and products have evolved off the back of that. So, you know, our plans and products can be used for absolutely tons and tons of things. They're really versatile. So they can be used for weight loss, they can be used for weight gain, they can be used for overall health, they can be used to sort of bridge the gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. They can be taken from womb to tomb, so there's absolutely nobody that can't take the products. So we've got huge market to go at, huge audience, and yeah, they're simply amazing. So really the products sit around the basic concept. I'm sure you've all heard the government recommend that we all have 5 a day. Fair enough. Now this can be very difficult to actually do. So the 5 a day, it needs to be a colourful plate, day in, day out, every single day. Not just sort of here and there. So it needs to be every single day. So what we should actually be eating is between 7 to 13 portions of fruit, veg and berries. So not just, like I say, the 5 a day, it should be 7 to 13 portions, which is very difficult to do. Really hard. So for me personally, I certainly didn't do that. If I was having a good day and I was being trying to be good, I might have grapes and a glass of wine, and that was me being healthy, that was me being good. I've always been relatively slim, so I didn't really care for fruit and veg, so I kind of just bypassed that. So our products, they're not a substitute in any way, shape or form, but they simply bridge the gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. So even if you think you eat really well, your nutritional status is probably here and it needs to be there. So we just top that bit up. So like I say, it's no way a substitute, it's simply to bridge the gap between what we do eat and what we should eat. Okay, so I'm just going to touch briefly on the products. I'm not going to go into them in full. If you want to look further into the products, you can have a look on www.juiceplusfacts.com. So like I say, there's a lot of preconceived ideas which are unfortunately a little bit of miseducation. So we've got we've got the facts, we've got 36 independent clinical studies, so we've got all the research behind the products, so feel free to have a nosy, it is really interesting. Okay, so just quickly touching on the products. Okay, so we have got the shakes. Now these are amazing, literally taste delicious. So in here is the essence. So when I say the essence, I mean the best bit. So the essence of 17 fruit and veg. So they taste delicious, they come in chocolate and vanilla. I have them every day for healthy breakfast, so they're a lot better than sort of cereal or toast or anything like that, which can be full of hidden sugars and salt. What can happen then is it can spike your blood sugar level, which will crash down, and then you crave something sweet mid-morning. So I have these every day for my brekkie. You can also use them, for weight loss, so this is where the weight loss thing comes in, where everyone thinks it's a weight loss product. So you can replace 1 or 2 meals a day. I'm doing that at the moment. I've gone on holiday in a few weeks. I'm just trying to shed a few additional pounds, but yeah, it's really not a weight loss product, but it can be used with our fat loss program. Okay, so they can also be used for weight gain. So in conjunction with a weight management program, you can have these in addition to meals. So weight gain as well. Obviously I'm a personal trainer, so a lot of people will ask me about training with protein. So these can be used pre and post workout. They're really great. They're plant-based, so there's no hidden nasties, and they literally contain 20 grams of plant-based protein, which is as much as your body can absorb into one sitting. Really versatile. Like I say, kids can take them, adults can take them, anyone can take them. They're really delicious. Okay. The next products I am going to share with you are our flagship product. I wouldn't be without these little rascals. Sorry, I'm backwards, so I'm trying to dance around screen a little bit. Okay, so in here are the essence, so collectively the essence of 30 fruit, veg and berries. Now, what shocked me was unless you shop organic, of course, and buy organic, which can be quite expensive, the fruit and veg that you find in supermarkets can be up to 6 to 12 months old. Can be sprayed with chemicals and things, and then you know, they get frozen and then unfrozen before they come onto our shelves. So all our fruit, veg and berries are grown around the world on organic farms. They're picked at the peak ripeness, they're cooled at a really low temperature to retain all the nutrients, and then they're put into either the capsule formula or into the shakes, so whichever it may be. But these are great. So these, like I say, flagship product. They've massively helped me. So I've been on these products for 4.5 years. Wouldn't be without them. I've got bags and bags more energy. I used to sleep for 10 to 12 hours and I would wake up still groggy. Whereas with these, I've got so much more energy. I've had minimal ailments in the whole 4.5 years, which is a miracle for me. My weak spot was always my glands and I'd always get tonsillitis. Also got polycystic ovaries. Sorry for any men on here, but I didn't really have a regular cycle and now I do, all thanks to these little buggers. So yes, so I'm really, really grateful to these. They've got 11 clinical studies on the immune system, so you know, they just make you feel amazing. So yes, I wouldn't be without these. So you can get these, the trio as the premium capsules, you can get these two, the regular capsules, or you can get these, just the berries, and they're fantastic. They're great for sort of hair, skin and nails. With all the products, we cannot make any medical claims whatsoever. There's nothing magic about them. However, I can show you testimonial after testimonial after testimonial on all sorts of things, be it skin conditions, fibromyalgia, arthritis, diabetes, Crohn's disease, all that sort of thing. No medical claims whatsoever, none at all. But once you start fueling your body correctly, it's amazing what it can do in return. Okay, so these are the children's version. Oh gosh, I keep going the wrong way. These are the kids' version of the capsules. So these are literally, they just taste like sweets, but everything that the capsules do, the chewables do for the kids. So of course, if an adult isn't consuming 7 to 13 portions of fruit and veg a day, then a child isn't going to be either. It's very, very difficult to get that. So again, it's not a substitute for fruit and veg, but it simply bridges the gap between what they do eat and what we should be eating. And they do just taste like sweets. I sit and eat them on a night, that's why there's half missing. But they're really yummy. Again, they're totally vegan, they're made from natural plant pectin, so that's what makes them chewy. But they're great. And if an adult purchases the premium capsules or the regular capsules, you can get these free, which I think is fantastic. I think we've got a bit of a niche market there. Okay, these little rascals, these are our newest product. These are our Omega capsules. Again, another new favourite of mine that I wouldn't be without. So these, a lot of Omega sources come from fish oils. We've got a bit of a niche market in the fact of we've cut out the fish and we've gone straight to the plant source. So we've gone straight to the algae. So in here there's 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9 omegas. So you've got your full omega spectrum there. So they're really great. So again, I certainly don't care for fish. I don't like fish at all. So this is bridging the gap between what I was eating nothing to what I should be eating. So they're really great and I've noticed a really big difference from taking those. Next product that I'll talk about, and the last one I promise before I move on to the best bit. So these are the boosters. These are Ace. They've been saving my waistline since 2015. Okay, so again, 100% natural. The main ingredient is glucosamine. Recently there was a write-up in the paper about glucosamine, that it's got great health benefits. It can lower cholesterol and all that sort of thing. So these are great if you are a bit of a fridge picker or a bit of a snacker. They don't, you know, they just kind of suppress your appetite. They kind of make you satisfied. So they curb your cravings, make you feel a little bit fuller to keep you going till the next meal. I also have them before my tea because I like big meal portions, so it just enables me to reduce my portion size. So these are really, really great. I definitely recommend these. They're great. You don't have to be on Juice Plus. You can do it with any calorie controlled diet. So if you're on Weight Watchers, Slimming World, whatever, you can take these alongside and they're a really great sort of tool there. Okay. So all our products are bioavailable, which means they absorb into the bloodstream. So a lot of people will say to me things like, well, why don't you just take vitamins? Vitamins are great, however, a lot of them aren't bioavailable, so they don't absorb into your bloodstream. So a perfect example of this is a Berocca. So it's a little orange, a little tablet you put in water. It tastes like orange. It's actually really nice. But 10-15 minutes later, you end up having a whey, which is orange, which is basically your body that can't absorb the nutrient, so you're just paying for an expensive whey. Our products, there's no waste because they absorb into your bloodstream, so they're absolutely fantastic. The capsules as well, if you were to leave one of our capsules, say, on a windowsill, and you did the same with the vitamin, and you went back 12 months later, your vitamin would look no different because it's synthetic, it's man-made, whereas your capsule would. It's whole food nutrition, it's live food, so you'd find it'd rot, it'd discolour, and you wouldn't be able to consume it. So our products, like I say, whole food nutrition. Another common question is, oh, but it's a fad. It's not a fad. So we don't count any calories, we don't count any points, we don't count any sins. It's simply a lifestyle change that the whole family can do. So it's just simple tweaks to your diet, which means that your body can absorb nutrients and what you're consuming a lot easier. So in our household, we all eat the same, not because everyone's dieting, but just because obviously I've studied nutrition, so it's much better for me to eat clean. I'm a big believer in the 80-20 rule, so don't get me wrong. 80% of the time I will eat clean, 20% of the time I love a glass of wine, I love a chocolate pudding, I love a Chinese, so we're only human at the end of the day. Okay, so now to move on to the most exciting bit, the business. Okay, this business is literally insane and it has changed my life on every level, and I know that sounds a little bit dramatic and a little bit deep, but it really has. So I'll tell you my story at the end, but in the meantime, the company, it's 47 years old. People think it's new. It's really not. It's just simply because it hit social media maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was. So it's definitely not new. It originates from America. It was originated by a gentleman called Shay O'Brien. We are registered with the Direct Selling Association, so there's absolutely no... we're fully legitimate, we're fully above board. We have got the most scientifically researched products on the market, on the planet, and that's a fact. We're in 28 countries, so wherever you know people, we can have a business there, which for me is phenomenal. So I've got a business all over the world, and it's just from having team there, so it's literally crazy. We moved into the UAE last year. So Dubai, so obviously that was great for us. We're looking at launching into different countries all the time. So a lot of people will be like, what do you do there? I don't get it. Like, people say to me like, hey, what do you do? So all we do is direct selling. So we're just cutting out the middleman, which is kind of the way the world is going. So if you think, like, even in shops, it's self-serve checkouts now, like nothing's really that stable. It's all kind of going online. So we've just cut out the middleman, so it's a really personal service. So it's not a negative that you'll never find our products in shops. Holland & Barrett and Boots are both asked to stock our products, and the answer was no each time, because all we do is we want to build relationships. So whether it's with your team or whether it's with your clients, you've got that one-on-one care. So, with most other byproducts, it's not like that. So all we do is we advertise. So we advertise and we promote, and it's dead simple. Like, we're all on social media anyway. Like, you guys now, you're on social media. We do it in the flesh as well. So, I would say definitely use social media because it's the most modern day powerful tool that we've got available. So if you think of like when people were doing the neck nominations, when the horrendous things were happening around the world, people were changing the profile pictures to like, the UK flag, the French flag, or, and that happened so quick, which just shows how powerful social media is. So all we do, I absolutely love the product. So I love the product, I take the product and I share my experiences. I'm sure you've all seen me banging on about the products and business for long enough. I've been doing it 4.5 years now. So how do we do it? So social media, like I say, and in the flesh. We're natural networkers anyway, so wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, I'm always talking business or products. But not in like a pushy way, just like subtle. So if you think wherever you go, you check yourself in, people say, oh, your nails are nice, where did you have those done? So you'll tell people, but the only difference is you don't get a commission check saying, thanks very much for the referral. So who can do it? So anybody, as long as you are 18 plus, you can do this business. So it's the same opportunity for everybody, which is what I love. So regardless of gender, regardless of creed, regardless of background, whatever, you can do this business, whether you want to earn a little bit or you want to go the whole hog like me and have it as your livelihood, you really can. You don't need any special skills. You don't need to be a health professional, because we're literally just sharing our experiences. You know, I didn't go to university. I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. Like, I went to college and did animal management. I don't know what I was going to do with that, but I did that. So, you know, my career wasn't looking too cracking. So why would you join the business? Like, why? So there's no big investment. It's 50 quid. That is it. It's £50 to sign up. That is it. Everything else thereafter is a profit. It's uncapped earnings, so if you wanted to dip your toe in a little bit, a couple of £100 a month, you could do that. If you wanted to go the whole hog, like I say, you can do that. The £78,000 of the bonus is from bottom to top, which for me is crazy. You are your own boss, so you choose where you want to work, when you want to work. I work from my phone wherever now, so I used to do this alongside my full-time job, but I just do this. There's no stock, absolutely no stock at all, and there is no delivering, so that's why we can have a business all over the world. So it's fantastic. There's no handling of payments, so it's risk-free. We don't get our hands dirty, we don't handle any stock, we don't handle any products. All you do, you sign up to the business, you get an online virtual office where you submit your customers' orders. It's as easy as ordering something on ASOS, easy peasy. So you also get a website and you get all the training. So basically, the company makes a product, it ships a product, it invoices the customer, and it pays you on the 10th of the next month. So it's that simple. So you can make an instant return. So I made my money back in 4 hours when I did this business. So if you think of this business and a conventional business, absolutely no disrespect, I've got loads of friends that are entrepreneurs and got salons and things, and that's fantastic. Like, I love that. I love like business people. But you've probably got overhead and stock and staff to pay and products to buy, whereas with this, you don't have any of that. It's fun. It's so much fun. Like, you might have seen my Facebook over the weekend. Like, we've been in Birmingham. It's just ace. Like, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. The friendships, the fun. I can't believe it's work. It's like play work. Like, I meet people, I talk to people, and that's literally it. I get paid for that. It's crazy. Travel opportunities. So with the company, I've been to quite a lot of places. I've been to Barcelona. I have been to Marbella. I've been to Switzerland. I was offered the opportunity to go to Nice and Rome and where's the other one? Arizona, but I was still working full time at that point, so I couldn't do that, which was frustrating. So that's a perfect example of me not owning my own life then. So not, you know, whereas now I don't have to sacrifice time for money. I get best of both worlds. Another thing, it's one of the more stable industries, you know, like if you think of, for example, like Toys R Us, like I remember that as being a kid, like huge, like, and they're closing down just because there's no sort of stability anymore. So, you know, the modern day world is kind of going towards sort of direct selling, online shopping, all that sort of thing. So a lot of people you may hear say that we're a pyramid scheme or a pyramid scam. Now, what people in fact probably mean and are getting confused with is a pyramid structure. So if you think of, like, let's say for example a supermarket, so it's like that, it's a pyramid like that, it's a triangle. So what they mean is a pyramid structure. So you've got your CEO at the top, and then you've got your various levels as you go down. And absolutely no disrespect, one of my first jobs was at Spa, so I worked on a till and I loved it. But with all the will in the world, somebody that works on the till is probably never going to be CEO of that company. Okay, so if you were near the top and the CEO position came up for grabs, they might pull someone in from another supermarket to have fill that position. So your window of opportunity narrows. Okay, we are the total opposite. So we are an inverted pyramid, if you like, so we like that. Okay, so every single person starts at the bottom, and every single person can make their way up throughout the promotions, should you wish, to our pinnacle position, which is National Marketing Director. So, you know, with this business, you get paid commission on everything you sell. If you want to build a team, you can absolutely do that, which obviously makes your bonuses and promotions much more achievable. So really, the sky's the limit. It's totally up to you. So if you wanted to dip your toe and just do a little bit and earn a couple of £100, which is what initially I wanted to do, you can do that. Or if you want to go the whole hog and you think, sod it, I want to be a national marketing director, you can do that. So I went to my first event and I was like, oh my God, I want to be an NMD. I didn't even know what one was, but I just knew that if you were an NMD, you'd earn in the region of 80k a year. So, and that's where I'm at now, which is mega, because for me, like I say, you know, I didn't go to university, I'm not the brightest, and that was like wow, I want a piece of that pie because it's on par with like doctors, journalists. And I just thought like, right, I'm going to do that. So I put my blinkers on and I literally did it. So, you know, this business is designed for busy people. So whether you are, I don't know, whether you're a stay-at-home mum, stay-at-home dad, you're going on maternity leave, you want an income boost, you've got a busy corporate career like a lot of people, you can do it. It just fits in around you. So, you know, the business works around us rather than vice versa. But honestly, so just briefly, my story is quite personal, so I won't really go into much detail, but I joined October 2013. I joined because my friend had joined and she was like, you should join. And I was like, oh, it's a scam, it's a load of rubbish. But anyway, I watched her for a little bit, she was doing really well, so I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm going to give it a go. So I was working in recruitment, which is obviously quite fast-paced, quite high-pressured, and I also had a second job doing club promotions in Manchester, trying to earn a little bit of extra. I'd kind of come a little bit unstuck that year, so I was actually renting a room, not even a house, because if I'd have rented a house I wouldn't have had any surplus cash. I just had a bog standard normal wage. So I had a car on finance and I was just kind of like existing, not really living, not really enjoying life. I'd been previously lived away and then I moved back home and all my girls were settled and I was just a bit like, oh, God, is this it? Like, I'm going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. I just thought, God, it's a bit naff really. So yes, I joined the business and I gave it my all. And like I say, it's not hard work, it's just about being consistent and building momentum every single day. So I hit the pinnacle position of National Marketing Director in 6 months. So all around my busy job, my busy life. And then I was able to leave my corporate job, which was amazing. And which I never even had in my mind that I wanted to do. I never wanted to do that. But as I started progressing, I was like, actually, like, why do I want to not have time freedom? Like when I can. I was able to get my house, so my own house, which I was absolutely over the moon about. For me, it was like a pipe dream. I was like, I knew I wanted a house, but I didn't know how on earth I was going to save like 20 quid a week or something. I was like, I'd be getting a mortgage when I was like 80 or something ridiculous. So I was chuffed to bits of my little house, which I now rent out. So that's now an income for me. So I'm totally chuffed about that. Now looking at house number 2, which is great. Obviously I've got a nice car and blah, 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 blah. But it's not about that. Money's nice and it makes things easier, but ultimately I think for me it's living life on my own terms. And you know, I'm not a mum yet, but you know, when hopefully I go on to have kids, I won't have to worry about you know, maternity leave and all that sort of stuff, you know, things that people do actually worry about. So yes, so I can't recommend this business enough. It has changed my life on every level. And you know, I sit sometimes and I think, what if I hadn't taken this opportunity? Because a lot of people were quite negative with me and like, what are you doing? Like, and now it's quite satisfying, you know, that I've actually done okay. So I really would say, you know, if you're even a little bit curious, just do it. Like, you know, what's stopping you? People have opinions, but opinions don't pay bills. So yeah, so that's literally it. Thank you for tuning in and I will leave you to your evenings. Thank you.